Chris Curran from Dublin LGBT and Dublin Cougar. I'm speaking on behalf in support of motions that would be commonly known in relation to the gay community. 20 years ago, when I was 20, I suppose, I was criminalised by the state, and people like me were criminalised by the state simply because of the way we were born. That unjust criminalisation is a shared history that not only did the LGBT community have, but also many members of Sinn Fein, their family and the broader Republican family as well. In 1993, homosexuality was decriminalised, and then that later came on from the Civil Partnership Act that gave gay people more rights in relation to the formation of their relationship and their family. But the problem with that was that left gaps in the legislation. The marriage equality legislation that hopefully is coming about, the purpose of this is to fill those gaps in relation to children, in relation to the breakdown of relationships, and also in relation to property as well. So I would call on all the delegates here present to support those motions. In relation then to the Employment and Equality Act, Section 37 of that exempts certain organisations, that being medical, religious and educational establishments, from the Act. Now, in essence, what that means is that members of the LGBT community live under the threat at work of being discriminated against simply for being gay. Now, if we take that scenario and we apply it to maybe the colour of somebody's skin, their gender, their religion, there would be uproar. This is simply not acceptable in this day and age. Also, in relation to the blood ban, the Irish Blood Transfusion Board Service have an outright ban on donations of blood from members of the homosexual community in particular. They do go on the basis that, well, in actual fact, for certain people, those being gay men who have never had sex. Now, I don't know how that works, but in that scenario, they will accept the blood. Okay? But when you look at this in a little bit more detail, you begin to realise that in actual fact what does happen is the Irish Blood Transfusion Board Service purchase blood internationally, okay, from other jurisdictions where these measures don't take place. Now, as a result of that, that's sending a message out to gay men to simply say, you are a little bit less equal than the rest of us, and that's simply not acceptable. So from that point of view, again, I call on all those people here present to give us that support and give us a mandate to go forward and campaign on this.
I do agree now, Chris.
No problem. So, to that end, I'll end where I am, but thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Chris.